Yeah, so I think there is multiple cross currents for sort of global markets and FX markets in particular, I think, at this stage. And I think yuan's very much along the same line. I think on a bigger picture note for the dollar, I think the big question for investors right now is should it really be trading more as per the dollar smile to a safe haven risk premium, if you might, to the concerns about a potential second wave in virus infections coming up, or should, on the other hand, it be trading more to the fact that in a potential second wave, the U.S. could well be underperforming at least bulk of the developed market world, and probably to some extent the same case for China as well. Now, we've seen yuan being relatively sort of stable and within a range, and that had partly to do also with a lot of dividend payments and the fact that obviously there was a lot of noise along the U.S.-China axis as well. Of late, we have seen that it feels like at least the phase one trade deal seems largely secure for now, at least from a lot of this noise. We've seen a lot of the dividend payments arguably kind of peak out, and obviously the Fed has sort of reaffirmed that they're going to be at lower for longer for a while to come. So I think all that does give you a little bit of a window here for potentially the renminbi to trade sort of stronger versus the dollar and potentially through 7 as well. But like I said, I think the FX markets in particular right now are really struggling with sort of multiple thematics. It's not the direction is sort of a lot less clear going into sort of the peak months of summer.
Right, but in the hunt for yield, wouldn't yuan-denominated assets being launched in mainland China, China opening up its financial markets, deepening its financial markets, be a catalyst for that momentum to pick up on the currency?
No, absolutely. I think portfolio flows are a big part of the story for China, as indeed is the fact that for and like for a lot of other emerging markets, the current accounts are also doing relatively better. Part of that story is the import compression, of course. But yes, as China progressively opens up its local markets, gets included in various indices, as you said, introduces local currency denominated assets, I think the portfolio flow story incrementally does become more positive for the currency. I think the drag, the headwind for the currency primarily remains a concern that as we lead up in particular to sort of the politically heavy season of ahead of elections in the U.S. as to whether that spills over into more noise on the U.S.-China axis and therefore create a risk premium. I think that's the one thing which is holding back the currency. But the fundamentals in terms of the underlying balance of flows very much getting more favorable for the currency.